Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Giglio, and I have another edition of our weekly video message. This is for Friday, December 9th. And as you can see, I have a couple of guest stars. We have some new faces on our campus. We've had a lot of new faces on our campus, but I wanted to introduce you to two of our newest. We have Patricia and Tricia, and that completes our three office staff members now that have a Patricia name, as we like to refer to them as the Tricia Triangle. But I'm going to give you a chance to introduce yourself. So we have Patricia Houe, who is an AP secretary, and we have Tricia Palomino. I almost did it again. I almost said the wrong name again. Tricia Palomino, who is our data tech. And so I'm going to start with Patricia. Patricia, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. I came to Homestead from Campbell Union School District, where I work for the Director of Maintenance, Operation, and Transportation Department. And prior to that, I worked at Limbrook High School as a COVID support person.
Excellent. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what you'll be doing here at Homestead?
So my role here at Homestead is to support Assistant Principal Susan Rocha. I will be helping her with activities, athletics, and AP testing. So if you have any question relating to activities, athletic, AP testing, you can reach me by email, by phone, or I can be found in the GSS building.
Great. And I will have your emails and phone numbers at the end of this video, so people can take a look and pause it there and see what those are. Thank you very much. Welcome, Patricia. And now, Tricia, can we introduce yourself and let people know a little bit about you?
Hi, I'm Tricia Palomino. I come from Monte Vista High School. Actually, I was secretary there would have been my 7th school year at Monte Vista. So I am coming from in the district. Really excited to be here at Homestead and a Palomino Mustang.
Excellent. So, and can you also let people know what is you're going to be doing around here for Homestead?
Yeah, so I am the data processing specialist. I support students, parents, and staff with a lot of information.
Excellent. And so, and also, just like Patricia said, what would be ways that people can get in touch with you if they have any questions for you?
Email and phone are great. I also, so if you want to come see me and introduce yourself, I love that.
All right, great. Well, I'd like to welcome both of you to the Mustang family, and we really appreciate having you here. You've been here a couple of weeks now, and so getting more in tune with your job and with what you're doing. So thank you for the coming here and doing all the great stuff so far. We're looking forward to having a lot more time with you all. So I'm going to let you get back to your jobs, though, and I'm going to carry on with my part. So thank you for showing up and being my guest stars today. We'll see you around the office.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, so as they start to exit out, I'm going to load up our screen here with my presentation. So again, like I said, today is Friday, December 9th, and this is the video message for this week. Oops, and I'm hitting the wrong button again. So I realized as I shut down the last survey for November, which is the gratitude survey, there was one more response in there, and I hadn't gotten to that yet. So before I get to the new survey, I've got the last statements of gratitude from the November survey. So this one was from a student, and they said they wanted to thank their friend, Danny Jakob, for who pushes that person to be a better person. Thank you, Danny, for that. Also thankful for FBLA because it has probably increased my chances of a better future. So another shout out for the FBLA group and club. And now we go to our new survey. So I did a new survey for December, kind of in the holiday spirit, celebrations, gifts, that kind of thing. So moving from gratitude to celebration. So the first one is who deserves to be celebrated here at Homestead. And so there was a big shout out to everybody, all the teachers, including PE teachers, all our cafeteria workers, and all our custodians. There were two specific shout outs. One was for Miss Kirby for her tireless efforts to shepherd the leadership team and students and help bring cheer to the HHS community. Absolutely. And for Miss Ju for her enthusiastic teaching of her Chinese students. So again, thank you for sending those in. Looking forward to getting more of these as the month goes on. And then also, again, in the gift mode here, what programs, events, activities have been a gift to our campus? So the things that were mentioned are movie interest night, the EL social opportunity or EL Thanksgiving lunch. And then someone also just threw a big shout out to the extracurriculars at Homestead, bringing much needed balance to the challenging academics. Thanks to all the coaches and athletic department leads. Absolutely. So again, that's what makes Homestead a comprehensive school. We have a lot of different things going on. It's not just about academics, it's about a lot of other stuff too. So we have a lot of great things going on. So hopefully your child gets introduced to some of those things. What suggestions or ideas do you have for us? And so someone said, hey, can we have a school birthday party, including teachers and club party, that kind of thing? And, we have been talking about that since it is our 60th anniversary. We've talked about a couple different ways to do that. We haven't quite nailed one down yet, but we'll probably try and come up with something before the end of the year to do a birthday party for 60th birthday party for Homestead. And then this, I love this one. Someone said, can I have a Chipotle closer to school? This is definitely not something within my control. I relayed to this student because they had left an email there that, when I first started working here, the closest Chipotle was about 4 miles away. There is a closer one now. I'm not here to advertise for one or the other, but anyway, there's closer than it was before. So, but I can't get it any closer than that. Sorry. Do you have any questions or concerns? And actually, there were none this week. So that was a nice thing to see. Maybe people are just focusing on studies and getting ready to get down to the end of the year. So, but again, none this week. I'm going to move on to traffic reminders. We did receive a complaint from one of our neighbors who happened to be a former Homestead parent about some students, one in particular, but this has been happening a little bit more regularly. People speeding through the neighborhoods. There are kids and dogs and all kinds of people around. So please be respectful to our neighbors. Please drive the speed limit. Please, you really shouldn't be parking in the, in the neighborhoods. You should be parking on campus. Again, you need a parking pass for that. But anyway, please be respectful of the neighbors. If you're driving through those neighborhoods, please go slowly, 25 miles per hour, that kind of thing. I do want to let you know we did have a bike accident this week, and basically it was due to some wet leaves in the, this person was transitioning from the bike lane onto the Mary Street bike path, and there were a bunch of wet leaves in that gutter. Their tire slid out and went to the ground pretty hard. Oop, and I left a mistake there. I realized I see more errors after I start doing this than I do when I'm writing it. But anyway, the student went down. Fortunately, they just scraped some bumps and bruises and that kind of stuff. They were wearing a helmet, so that was great because they did hit their head, so no concussion. So again, please wear your helmets. Bad that they went down, but I just want to thank the parent, who I happened to be standing in the horseshoe and I didn't see it or hear it. And so they came and told me, so I was able to go over there and help the student. And there were several students standing around helping that student. So again, thank you to those students who helped. So everything turned out to be okay. We did clean up that area, even though it's not our property. We did try and clean that area up so it wasn't so bad. But please be careful riding your bikes out there with the wet weather and all that kind of stuff. And that goes for drivers too, because of cars, because when it's wet, the oil comes up, people slide, that kind of thing. So please be careful with that. Moving on to our important dates. Again, we're getting down to the end of the semester, so there aren't that many. I'll start focusing on second semester a little later on, but we do have our winter study land on Monday night. This is going to be kind of a new event for us. We're going to try and see if we can create sort of a fun, social, yet studious atmosphere where people can get some help in studying or just some time to study, and also provide some food and some other fun stuff in our library that night. So that's from 6:30 to 8:30. There is a little mini club and grub before that from 5:30 to 6:30 in the library quad. Again, this is a student-only event, so there will be plenty of tutors and staff members there to supervise. We do have the Blacklight Rally coming up. That's our last rally of the year. It's a lot of fun one. And we have finals coming that week of the 19th. As you've heard before, last day of the semester is the 22nd. You're then on break. We don't come back till January 9th, and that winter formal is still on January 13th. So just wanted folks to be aware of that. I also wanted to point out our final schedule. If you hadn't taken a look at that, you can always find our schedules on our website. Go to that section that talks about what about us, and it says bell schedules, and go to special bell schedules. And here is the first semester finals. So as you can see, there are no finals happening before 9:30 in the morning. That was a big request that, kids need to get their sleep. And so especially before big tests like this, so it's nice to try and give them a break. We do have these enrichment periods. And if you see the little asterisk there, it talks about it's a flexible, non-mandatory period that can be used to help students complete or make up work or prepare for finals. Some students, need some extra time, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of reasons why you might use that. Please talk to your teacher, listen to what your teacher is providing during that particular time. You do not have to show up. The teachers should be around and available though, and answer questions and that kind of stuff if you need it. We do have a brunch and a lunch those days. As you can see, brunch is before the final, and then we have a final, and then we go into lunch. And then again, we have those enrichment periods at the end of the day. And just so you recognize this, we have finals on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, there are no students come that day. It's just a teacher work day. And then we are off on break. And as I promised, here are information about our guest stars. And then someone did give me this suggestion. So again, I forget who that was, but thank you for giving me the suggestion. So you got to meet Patricia Houe and Tricia Palomino. And so that's their emails right there and their phone number extensions. If you have a need to get in touch with them for whatever reasons, there you go. So again, thank you very much for going through this one. It was a rather quick one today. Please send in your information on our new December survey, and look forward to having a great weekend and getting ready to the end of the semester here. Take care. See you next week.